Welcome to this tutorial on how to use RSS readers for a job search. The goals of this tutorial is for you to understand ways to more effectively search for jobs in an age of dispersed job postings, to understand the fundamentals of using an RSS aggregator and how our RSS feeds work, and understand the process of setting up and using Google Reader for RSS feeds. Job searches have changed in the last 15 years. Before that, many jobs were found more or less in one place, commonly in the West in the newspaper. This is a job search strategy that worked for a long time. However, with the advent of widespread internet use, electronic media has changed how jobs are posted. Increasingly, companies do not post their information in a newspaper. They do not send it out in a newsletter. They post it on their websites and sometimes on the websites of large search engines for jobs. However, job searchers haven't necessarily moved with the times in terms of this more dispersed placement of job opportunities. Many still consider a one-stop shop to be ideal for a job search, whether that is the newspaper website with their job board or whether it's a very large search engine like monster.com. However, relying upon one source is a way to limit your job search, and it is a way to limit the opportunities available to you. So what's your option? One option, if you want to maximize your opportunities, is to visit the relevant websites that you need to be tracking every day. Whether those are large job search engines, whether they are the job boards in your newspaper on their website, or whether they are individual companies or organizations' websites, you could visit them every day. You could also visit those websites when you remember. You could take a more ad hoc approach to it. The first approach is going to be more comprehensive. You're going to have more information, you're going to have more opportunities, and your job search is more likely to yield a successful job in a shorter amount of time. Visiting when you remember is going to save you a lot of time. However, it might limit the opportunities that you can have access to. The third option, and the one that I'm going to show you how to do today, is to set up a tool to help you stay aware of job opportunities without requiring you to check 5 to 50 websites a day. The tool that I'm going to show you how to use is an RSS reader. RSS is most commonly expanded to really simple syndication. It is a way to syndicate content on websites and make it available to you in a centralized place. RSS feeds take the data from a website, and then RSS aggregators take that data and put it in a centralized location. I've just opened up an internet browser because I'm going to show you how to do this. In this browser, you'll see that Google is my default homepage, and along the top there are some personalized links. This is because I have a Gmail address, and so I can personalize my Google access. To use Google Reader, which I will be showing you how to use, you must have a Gmail account. When you select this drop-down, you can go to Reader. Google Reader is a centralized location. It looks much like one single website, but it has content that's being fed directly whenever websites or blogs are being updated. Many people, including myself, use them to read blogs. I subscribe to, I believe, more than 200 of them. Job searches, however, can also be included in this list. You can see that I have a folder right here marked Jobs that has a variety of websites. Each one of these entries is a different website or a different feed that has provided me with information. The numbers at the end of the feed's titles show the number of updates that have been fed to my aggregator since I last checked these sites. So in one login, I have accessed 5 job searches that contain more than 400 jobs. This is an excellent way to save time while still making yourself aware of all the things you need to know. If, for example, I looked at acting staff and student services specialist and was not interested in the position, when I click on it, it is marked as red. And a number is taken away from the end of that job search. If I look at outdoor education, leadership, and training coordinator, and I want to know more about the job, but there's not enough information in this kind of stub that's available within the RSS reader. You can click on that, and it will take you directly to the website and the job search, the job description that is available within that website. Now I'm going to show you how to set up one of these feeds. If you are going to Craigslist, which is a common job board for people to search on, and if you are interested in education, and you go past the warning not to be taken in by people that are taking advantage of you, there are a number of jobs that are posted here. When I go to the bottom of this page, there is something that Craigslist has set up that is specifically assigned to set up an RSS reader. Some search engines will have those set up, and that's very nice of them. The other and far easier way to do this, as long as you are using Firefox or Internet Explorer 7 or later, is right up in the top of your bar in Firefox, and in Internet Explorer it's in this area down here. You're going to see an orange square with a circle and two semicircles. That is the icon for RSS readers. When you click on it, you will be given the opportunity to subscribe to this feed using, I'm going to select Google. There are other options. I'm going to subscribe now. The next screen asks me whether I want to add it to my Google homepage or whether I want to add it to my reader. If you add it to your homepage, it will be fed onto your homepage. However, you won't have that inbox-like function that shows the numbers of jobs that have been posted since you last checked in that area. So I'm going to add to Google Reader. When I add to Google Reader, it is the Craigslist in the education area is now fed directly into my Google Reader. And when I log in next time, the jobs that have been posted since the last time I checked will be available to me as well. If you want to set up multiple options because you're searching in more than one area, for example, maybe in the nonprofit sector, and maybe you are only specifically searching for positions where you are interested in doing administration, then you can add this to your RSS reader as well, and I'm going to add it to Google Reader again. Now I have two Craigslist searches in different areas that are all fed directly into my Google Reader. Many large search engines have this functionality. You can also sometimes set them up in the organization's website as well, using the same process with working with the RSS feed. There are ways for websites that do not have RSS functionality. There are ways to include them and to set up an RSS feed for that page, but that is the subject of a more advanced and later video. In this video, you've learned how to use an RSS feed and how to combine information to maximize your job search. I hope this has helped you and that this will lead to a more successful job search.